Namaste. So today we are going to discuss about a very important free energy source we have. But before that, I have several questions for you. Have you ever gone and tested your vitamin D? I'm 100% sure that 90% of you are vitamin D deficient. Go get it checked. Indian population is suffering from vitamin D deficiency. 70 to 90% of urban population is vitamin D deficient. Over 1 billion of global population is vitamin D deficient. And why are we discussing it today? So we say that we are disease free, but we don't feel healthy either. We have mood swings, we are stressed, we feel low in energy. Oh, I'm putting on weight, I have food cravings, I have acne. So many issues around us. Do you feel these daily issues are not linked with something? Do you feel that these issues ignored can be translated into life-threatening disorders tomorrow? If you feel that ignoring these issues is normal, then you are wrong. So by now you must have guessed what I'm talking about. Yes, I'm talking about our own sun and its light. Our sages has given a position of God to sun. There must be a mysterious reason behind it. According to Ayurveda, it cures more than 100 diseases. And even in today's scientific world, it is claimed that more than 30 disorders, diseases and dysfunctions are directly linked to lack of sunlight. When it's a sunny day, we feel happier and energetic. The part of light enters through our eyes and stimulates neurons in our hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is the part of brain which is directly associated with our mood. Now, when these influences travel through pineal gland, they go and regulate serotonin. Serotonin is a mood hormone. When the adequate amount of serotonin is released, we feel happier. And that's the reason the countries which lack serotonin, that means lack sunlight, are depressed. Do you feel any food or any diet plan can fulfill the requirement of vitamin D? That is not possible. No matter how enriched food you eat, or you take vitamin D in form of fortified food, capsules or multivitamin. Though you can take all these from outside, but the absorption of vitamin D is still a big question in our body. 50 to 90% of vitamin D requirements in our body can only be fulfilled through sunlight. A cholesterol compound in skin transforms into a precursor for vitamin D, which is ultimately required for calcium in our body. It also protects against muscle weakness. Sunlight improves our blood circulation. For example, if you take your blood sample before exposing yourself to sunlight and you take a sample again, you will find the color of the blood has changed. It lightens up a little bit towards yellowish. If you expose yourself to sunlight, the sunlight directly enters to your arteries. It dissolves your clots and dilutes your blood. Imagine if we do not do it. What happens to our body? Sunlight has great antifungal, antimicrobial effects. If you expose your skin to sunlight, it heals a lot of skin diseases. Acne, psoriasis, eczema, to name a few. We have a long list. You must have seen that your grandmothers and your mothers expose old clothes which are stored in your wardrobes from years, and also expose pulses, dals and various grains to sunlight. Must be some reason, right? Because sunlight has antimicrobial effect on everything. Right kind and right type of exposure to sunlight can also heal many problems related to your eyes: cataract, nearsightedness, farsightedness. There are listed and reported cases wherein right exposure of eye gazing to sunlight has reduced the numbers of the spectacles they wear. There are many diseases which we do not understand the reasons. One of them is cancer. Modern researchers are also linking deficiency of vitamin D with cancer, autoimmune diseases, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and depression. Would you believe if I say you that right exposure to sunlight can also reduce your cravings for food? I'm sure you won't believe. But let's understand the food chain properly. Either you're vegetarian or non-vegetarian. You either eat plants or animals. But the primary source for plants is sunlight. Plants manufacture their food through the process photosynthesis, and animals eat these plants. So we can say that first source of energy is sunlight. Let me explain you a very exciting story narrated in a documentary named In the Beginning There Was Light. The story on a Breatharian monk named Prahlad Jani or Mataji, who claims to have lived for more than 70 years without eating and drinking, is from a scientific point of view the most interesting and spectacular case shown in life. The claims made by Prahlad Jani and the results of the experiments done with him are so far out of scientific understanding that many skeptics just cannot believe it's a true story. Everything was supervised by the Indian Defence Institute of Physiology and Allied Sciences, and all possible clinical tests including daily blood counts, CT scans of the body were done with incredible results. Prahlad Jani stayed for 10 days in the hospital under round-the-clock surveillance. He had no access to food or water. The toilet was sealed and the clothes and sheets were scrutinized for traces of urine. You can always see the details in live documentary. But what was the astonishing fact for me? When it was asked from Jani, what is the source of your energy? He stated sunlight. Isn't it exciting and raise many questions in our mind? Of course, it raises many questions in my mind. In this video, we have understood various beneficial effects of sunlight. We cannot imagine planet Earth without sun even for a day. But there is a trick. Most of us do not know how to take sunlight. What are the processes through which we can maximize the beneficial effect of it? Because everything has positive and negative side. Of course, sun has many positive effects on our body, but it's important to also understand what are the timings which we should avoid. So in upcoming video, we will discuss about 3 magical ways of absorbing maximum beneficial effects of sunlight. Thank you and namaste.